From New York, this is the Formant G. Fossa Show on www.worldpublicradio.org. Thank you for joining us, and this is a program on transportation facts in regards to the new incoming president, Barack Obama. Both good and not so good news waits ahead. In the war for safe transportation, Obama has both good and misguided ideas about transportation. This data is from the Brookings Institute website and Barack Obama's own website. Here's some ideas I like. Quote, Obama has been a strong supporter of federal financial support for Amtrak. Amtrak is great for passenger. The rail system is great for hauling cargo, safer than trucks. Much safer than trucks. A lot. The stats show it. Hauling cargo by train is far more safe. Now, Obama believes we need to reform Amtrak to improve accountability. I agree with that. Obama supports development of high-speed rail networks across the country, providing passengers, and that is a really good idea. Maybe maglev or whatever technology is provided. Providing passengers with safe high-speed rail will have significant environmental and metropolitan planning advantages and help diversify our nation's transportation infrastructure, unquote. Now, here's on a down note. According to KGO in San Francisco, Obama is for bailing out dangerous major American auto manufacturers who probably contributed to his election campaign. Unfortunately, we haven't lost America, but the general public is beholden to the desires of the rich. And democracy, not by the people, but paid for through lobbying and through campaign contributions for the rich. Barack Obama isn't in there exactly because he's African American and I think Indian. He's half African American. He is in there because he is really a very good mouthpiece for the status quo, the good old boy network. Yes, he says he's a religious man. Yes, in front of the public, he goes to church, looks good. I don't know if part of him is like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Really. I mean, he puts on a good picture, and cosmetically he's there, intellectually he's there, but I've found out something about intellect. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are a good person inside. You can be evil and diabolical and greedy and just a real rotten SOB. You can. And fool the public, some of the public you can fool. Oh, I'm great, I'm rich, I control all of this, that, and the other, and you look for people to look up to you and praise you, but in reality, you have a low character, even though you're smart, even though you are rich. Now, these next set of plans sound good on the surface, but would still put millions at risk for accident and death. And that's investing $150 billion over 10 years for clean energy. Were you saying Formant clean energy? Yes, that's good for the environment, good for the air. Unfortunately, they're looking at, with reducing oil consumption by at least 35% by 2030. So that means that they want a continuation of a very, very evil and diabolical system. Very mistake-prone, extraordinarily mistake-prone, and they seem to be very insensitive to, injured and dead people. They just are. Barack Obama said that pausing the gas tax, would deprive the federal highway fund of its revenue source needed infrastructure repairs, but said he opposed the increasing the gas tax despite a need for Americans to reduce their dependence on oil. Now, right there, he's playing into the general public. I mean, the general public doesn't want a gas tax. I mean, this is not just the rich and wealthy. It's also the people, too. I mean, especially the people. They play a major role in running things very sloppy. We've talked about that in other programs. A robust, here I don't agree, a robust federal infrastructure investment program today will help strengthen the U.S. economy and provide at least 1 million more U.S. jobs at a time when the housing and construction industries are slowing. Will create up to 1 million new direct and indirect jobs per year and stimulate approximately $35 billion per year in new economic activity. It sounds like it could get dangerous around here. Even, I mean, further, as they want population to rise so that they can, you know, can rule. Too many of Obama's transportation ideas would put millions upon millions in direct harm's way and hurt millions others indirectly, with plans that would extend transportation chaos for at least 30 years into the future. If other industries, other than personal vehicle transportation, could live by the same rules, you could see dangerous medications such as Vioxx pulled off the shelf by its manufacturer, reintroduced as a necessary evil because of its profitability and in the best interest of its shareholders, the bottom line. You want to use the same rationale. You've got automobile companies. They make a dangerous product. You know, Vioxx didn't kill everybody. It killed some. Cars don't kill everybody. They kill some. So why not have a double standard? They make products. They make products, and they're responsible for those products. I don't know. Gun makers could sell arms to anybody, even so-called criminals, because of the importance of the bottom line. Food manufacturers in the U.S. and elsewhere would be free to use, for instance, animal lard instead of safer vegetable oils for frying and cooking because it's cheaper and more profitable. Stuff you learn in business school. You know, if any food on the market caused immediate death, such as we've seen with E. coli, the Food and Drug Administration would shut down the distribution of that food immediately, I guarantee you, till the problem was resolved. When, tens of thousands of people get murdered on the streets each year in this country. I mean, 41,000 and 2.5 million injured. I mean, in this country alone, we're talking about, and then all the vendors, they rack up a lot of stress and money and cost. It's a major problem. Is Barack Obama addressing this problem in the same way? No. Why? Because on this issue, he is kind of status quo. Good ideas, but still with the good old boys backing. Remember, not only the need to get around, but greed and short-sightedness and insensitivity for humans brought this insane system into existence. Our ancestors should have thought about safe transportation from the beginning. It's too bad evil forces like Henry Ford were allowed to proliferate. It's a disease on the planet, and people know it. Intelligence knows it. The National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration knows it. People know it. The cops know it. Everybody knows it. And now, wait till the sprawl of a dangerous system becomes far too dangerous by playing into the future, saying we're going to continue to grow a very mistake-prone system. I like to call it a sloppy system. And that's some views about Barack Obama.